It used to be a 10. As soon as they call, it used to be, you fall for it. Welcome back to the Iron Sharpens Iron video. Today's topic is addicted to sin. Oh, this is going to be a good one. See, addicted to sin, man, there are a lot of us, man. We addicted to sin. We just can't stop doing the fool. Every day we're doing the fool. We don't know how to stop this habit. But we're going to talk about it in this video, and I'm going to give you a formula. Yes, there is a formula, y'all. I'm going to give you a formula that you can use for any addiction, and I'm telling you, it's going to work. It's going to be hard, but it's going to work. Galatians 5:1. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ hath made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. See, sin keeps us away from God. So the more you sin, the further you are from God. So if you keep on sinning, you keep on doing the fool, you addicted to it, you can't put the crack pipe down, you like drinking out the Bible, pornography is your favorite thing, you just can't stop doing something, you just addicted to it, you got the craving, the feeling, you always going back to it, you're just going to distance yourself further and further from God. And just in case you was wondering why you're not getting your blessing, seeds, and harvest, breakthrough, walking to your miracle, your favor, you're not going to get any of that if you keep doing the fool. I know I've said this plenty of times, but it's just so true. The main reason why your blessings don't ever come is because you keep doing the fool. You're just addicted to sin. You can't stop doing it. You have blessings in the unemployment line in heaven right now because you can't act right. You got procrastinated blessings. They won't go nowhere. They just sitting there like, man, can he act right? I just want to bless him. He keep doing it. He did it again. He did it again, Jesus. I'm going to stay up here. Your blessings are sitting in heaven because you can't act right. You got to learn how to stop doing the fool. You got to cut off that addiction. You got to put the cigarette down. You got to put the crack pipe down. You got to stop cursing. You got to stop cheating on your wife. You got to stop lying. You got to stop looking at pornography. You got to stop doing it. That's why a lot of people don't even want to believe in God. A lot of people like sinning so much. They like doing the fool. They like doing that thing that they cannot do. That's a sin of God. They like doing it so much that they don't want to believe in God. You know what? I like being a jive turkey. I like sleeping around. So the Bible's made up story. God isn't real. I don't believe in any of that. Somebody gonna use that excuse. Yeah, I ain't gonna get no amens on that, but that's true. People don't want to believe in the Bible. Not everybody, but a lot of people don't believe in the Bible, in God. It's because they like sinning. They like their sin. They like their pornography. They like sleeping around. They like stealing and killing and cheating. They like doing all that. They like cursing. They like being a jive turkey. They like doing those sinful things. They're addicted to it. They can't stop doing the fool. So they have to discredit God. They have to come up with a reason why they don't believe in him. Say the Bible's imaginary. God just made, all that stuff is made up. It's all in your mind. How can you trust it? It's the white Jesus. They're going to say all that type of crazy stuff just because they like doing the fool. James 4:7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. This is one of my top 5 scriptures right here. This scripture is so good. So we're going to break it down. The first step of this formula is submit to God. So when you submit to God, that means that it's his will, not your will. You stop doing what you want. Remember when you got to deny yourself, carry your cross? That's that part right there. You got to submit to God. You start doing his will, his way. Step 1 of how to stop doing the fool is stop doing the fool. You got to say, you know what? I'm going to stop doing what I want to do. I'm going to start doing what God wants to do. I'm going to submit myself to him. I'm going to do it his way instead of my way. God knows what's best for me. So I'm going to seek his route. I'm going to get my directions from him instead of doing what I want to do. That's the first step. Submit yourself to God. The second step of this formula right here is you have to resist the devil. If you want to stop doing the fool, you want to be unaddicted to sin, you want to stop being addicted to sin, then the second step is resist the devil. You got to resist the temptations. You have to resist them. If you don't resist them, then you're never going to pass it. So the devil is going to test you. He's going to put the temptations in front of you, y'all. I'm telling you. He's going to hit you, try to hit you with the okie doke all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. So you got to be prepared for it, and you have to resist it when those temptations come. Because they're always going to come, y'all. If you just got delivered from being a thief, used to steal all the time, the devil is going to find a way to drop a wallet in front of you every day. Oh. Well, how did that get there? Well, maybe if oh no, you got to resist it. Okay, I see what you did there. Oh, you tried to hit me with the okie doke, Satan. Not today. If God delivered you from being a freak, you used to sleep around with all these dudes, all these females, then the temptation's gonna come back. As soon as you try to get your life together with God, there they go blowing up your phone. A whole bunch of old flames gonna try to come back in your life. There they go adding you on Facebook. You're like, oh, friend request from, man, I ain't seen no girl in about 5 years. Let me see what her picture's looking like. Oh, it's a setup. You can't fall for the okie doke, y'all. If God delivered you from being an alcoholic, then you can't go to every party. You just can't do it. If you know their main beverage is alcohol, there's no water, don't put yourself in that situation. Don't put the stumbling block in front of you and then trip, fall, and then feel bad about it later. Don't do it to yourself. You got to resist those temptations. The temptations are always going to come. Don't ever think you're going to go through life with no temptations. No matter what you do, the temptation is still going to be there. It used to be a level 10, but once you start following that formula, it'll come up and it'll be like a level 2. Somebody wallet will fall in front of you. I don't need that. Hey, sir, you dropped your wallet. Old flames trying to get at you on Facebook and all of that, and you just like, okay, that's in the past. I'm moving on now. I'm not going to fall for that trap card no more. So after you do that, after you do submit to God, and then you resist the devil, then he will flee from you. And that's the only way it works, y'all. That's the only way the formula works. You have to do it in that order, just like that. You got to submit to God first, then resist the devil, and he will flee from you. You can't resist the devil if you didn't submit to God first. It won't work. If you try to just resist the devil on your own strength, it's going to work for a little while, but then you're going to fail because it's you. Remember Exorcist movie? You're going to lose. You can't win. You can't do it by yourself. This is a spiritual battle. You need God to come in and fight those battles for you.
Romans 6:22. But now being made free from sin and become servants to God, ye have your fruit unto holiness, in the end everlasting life.
This scripture right here is so good. It just said you can be made free from sin when you become a servant of God, and then you get what? Everlasting life. Man, I'm telling you, that sounds so good. Everlasting life. That is you. That scripture can be you if you do the formula. You follow that formula, you become unaddicted to sin, you stop doing the fool, you don't want to do it anymore. Remember, the temptation is going to come back, but when it pops back up, it's a level 2 now. It used to be a 10. As soon as they call, you used to be, you fall for it. As soon as the wallet dropped in front of you, you was taking all the money out. As soon as the bottle was right there, you was drinking it bottoms up. That used to be you, but now it's going to pop up and it's not gonna do anything. Now when it pops up, it'll be a level 2. You can look at it, but you won't even bat an eye. You're like, okay, well, I'm past that. I got God on my team. Man, I pray this message helps somebody. Man, I pray that this helps somebody. If you're going through a struggle, you're going through an addiction, whatever it is, cigarettes, alcohol, crack, pornography, sleeping around, lying, stealing, killing, being homosexual, no matter what your sin is, if you're addicted to it, you can't stop doing it, you go to God. And man, I'm telling you, this scripture applies to you. You're going to get that everlasting life. But you only get everlasting life if you have who? Jesus. Man, I'm telling you, Jesus. He is the only way. You got to tell somebody about how great God is. Tell them about Jesus and how to get everlasting life. If you don't have everlasting life, the opposite of life is what? It's death. So if you don't have everlasting life, if you don't want everlasting life, you like being addicted to sin, it feels good, you don't want God. If you don't have everlasting life, there's only one other option. Death. If you learned something from this, please share this information. Iron sharpens iron. Once you start getting your ducks in a row, help your neighbor get their ducks in a row. Help somebody out. Take care of each other. God said my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So if you have some knowledge, if you learn some truth, spread it. Tell the gospel. Tell the world. Tell somebody about how wonderful God is, how he's above extraordinary, just fantastic, all that in a bag of chips plus some. And tell somebody about Jesus, how he's the only way, y'all. He's the only way. If you do not have Jesus on your team, you're not going to get everlasting life. You're going to get the opposite, which is everlasting death. And that don't sound appetizing to me at all. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want everlasting death. And as always, we're too blessed to be stressed, y'all. Stay blessed by the best. Don't forget to pray for the rest. And until next time.